everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing another book haul. I know I recently had a book haul, but I've just been to an event this weekend called YALC, Y-A-L-C for those in the UK. It's a massive UK book convention that happens every summer. This is the third year they've done it and I highly recommend you guys keep an eye out for next year's event and the news about next year's event. You've got to come. It's the best weekend ever and this is the first year that I remember them giving out ARCs. They may have done it last year because I didn't go, but they definitely didn't do it the first year. So I was very excited to go this year and collect lots of ARCs. Now, the funny thing is, I went with my bag and I had 7 books in my bag. 6 of those I was giving away to friends. If it was the Because You Love to Hate Me copies or Books I Promised Friends from Of Tomes collection, and I still came back with like 12 books in my bag. So it was like witchcraft, basically. So I'm gonna go through my book haul today. I'm gonna start off with the 2 books that are most recently coming out. One of them's come out today and one is coming out tomorrow because obviously that makes sense to tell you about those first. So let's get into it. So the first book in my book haul is The Changelings Journey by Christine Spores. This book is stunning. It is a fantasy story set in Scotland about a girl who is a changeling and the last changeling alive in her village. Now, changelings are people who were swapped at birth. The fairies, they believed to come down from the fairy kingdom into villages and swap human children for changelings. They look exactly the same as the babies that they swap, but sometimes they're missing limbs or they have slight features which are off, and our main character Morven, which I think I said that right, yeah, Morven is a changeling and it's time for her to go on an adventure. She's turning 18 and everybody kind of goes on adventures in this fantasy world and it's just kind of like a rite of passage. So she's going on an adventure with her friend Glenn, I believe, and I'm gonna say Glenn, pretty sure it's Glenn, but don't quote me on that. And she's going on an adventure basically to ask the fairies what the hell is deal with changelings and why do they die? Why do they always die? So yes, this comes out today, The Changelings Journey. You can go get it on Kindle, paperback, anywhere, and Christine's my really good friend and I absolutely adore her, so congratulations on your first book release and I can't wait to carry on reading it. I am currently on page 23, so I'm not that far in, but I'm enjoying it so far and this cover is beautiful. The next book in my haul is one that I ordered from my printer at Of Tomes Publishing, and that is Blood Magic, which is the sequel to Blood Rose by Danielle Rose. This is the new adult paranormal series about a witch who is entwined with the vampires who are the people that they've been fighting wars against for years and years and years. This is set in a modern day world, by the way, and you have elemental control, magic, steamy romance, and a lot of action. The whole series is set over a course of 3 days, so we felt like we really wanted to get these fast-paced books out fast. The first one came out in July, and the first one came out in June, and now this one is coming out on August 1st, so go and get your copies of book 1, Blood Rose, for 99p, and you can still pre-order this one. It's coming out tomorrow. But yes, this is about a girl who has the power of the elements. She is a witch, and she gets caught up with Jacek, who is a vampire, and maybe everything she'd learned as a child and learned through her years kind of turns out to be lies, and you need to figure out and read this book. It's so fast-paced. Honestly, the series is so fast-paced, so go and check this out. And yes, I ordered this one from my printer and I think it's beautiful. So another one I ordered from my printer was Ultimate Sacrifice by S.E. Green, which is a horror debut from S.E. Green, who is the award-winning and best-selling author of lots of her mystery thriller series like Killer Instinct. Now, this is about a family who are in the spotlight because a dead body is found in the woods behind their house, and it is of a girl who has been ritualistically murdered. And of course, her family are the main suspects, but it's up to our main character to kind of work out what's going on, and there's sinister facts about her village, and yeah, there's lots of ritualistic stuff going on, lots of satanic things happening, and it's up to her to figure out what the hell's going on, otherwise her family will be blamed. So go and check this out. It's up for pre-order now, and I just think this cover is gorgeous. It's so creepy, and if you actually get it in person, it doesn't do justice on the cover, but it's so vibrant with colour. So yes, love it. This is out October 9th. So on to my book haul from YALC, which is London Convention. Now, the first thing I picked up, and I don't usually pick up samplers, I don't read samplers, but the first one I picked up was Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I'm butchering that one, but I will learn it. And this is a upcoming fantasy and my most anticipated fantasy book of next year. I absolutely love the US cover, and I really hope the UK cover keep the same cover. I mean, they most probably will do a beautiful one too, but I just love the US one so much. I will be buying both editions if they're different. And this is a fantasy book, I believe, and it's all about a kingdom where magic once reigned and magic has now disappeared, and it's up to a character to find out what's going on. I cannot wait for this. You don't understand how excited I am for this book. I need it in my life. So yes, I picked up the sampler. Like I said, I don't usually pick up samplers because I just don't read them, but I will be reading the sampler. It's only like 60 pages or so, 70 pages, and I'm gonna devour it, and then it's gonna make me want the book more. I want it. I actually bought myself at Comic-Con, which is part of the YALC convention, this comic of Uncanny XMen edition 513, which I don't own 1 to 512, because it was £2 and I thought, well, I'll get a comic from Comic-Con because and I did. And I love X-Men. X-Men are my favourite, and I love the Uncanny X-Men series. Like, I know a lot about X-Men, and although I haven't read the comics, I have researched about the comics, and I watch lots of videos on YouTube about the comics, so I do know the different stories and the different plot lines and everything like that, and this is one, the Uncanny X-Men, that really interests me, so I thought I'd buy it. Yes, it was this or the New Mutants part, and I really like the look of that one, but this one I like the look of because it's got everybody I love, literally. Angel, Professor X, Wolverine. I'm dead. Thank you. Right, onto some proofs. I got given this one here called Blackbird by N.D. Gomes. I don't know anything about this, but the proof was pretty and it was there. Olivia disappeared the night the blackbirds died. I believe this might be a little bit of, there's a psychological suspense genre YA, electrifyingly dark contemporary novel that readers will devour for fans of All the Bright Places, 13 Reasons Why, don't miss on the phenomenal new voice of young adult genre. So I'm definitely going to check this out. I don't know when I'm going to read it, but it looks like a quick read and I love the cover and it's a proof and it's gorgeous. Like, this gold foiling is everything. Next is one, Zenith, by my Bezzy, Sasha Osberg, and the wonderful Lindsay Cummings. So I got to Yalc and I was able to sneak one before the ARC copies went out because the queue and the mob was huge. So thank you, Lucy, for hooking me up. Zenith is, I'm so excited about Zenith. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this story's grown and developed. Of course, I'm going to be honest with my reaction when I'm reading it, but I'm excited and I'm very happy for Sasha and I'm very happy for Lindsay, and I love sci-fi books, and this is a sci-fi opera, space opera, and I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Andy is calling me. Another one which we literally stalked the Penguin booth for was The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I don't know much about this one. For some reason I think it's got to do with witches, but I think I'm completely wrong. But all I know is like a dark fairy tale, and it's been brought by Sony Pictures to be a major film. If a book has been brought to be a major film before the book has even got out, before the arcs have even got out, then I'm gonna read it. The Hazelwood, again, love the gold, love the font, and I'm just gonna go into this blind, I think. I'm just gonna figure out what it's about when I'm reading it, because that's fun. I love doing that. That's like part of the experience of reading proofs, is sometimes going in blind and not knowing what you're about to read and turning out that you love it or hate it, but hopefully you love it. Next I got from the Fairy Loot booth, thank you Anissa, is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. I can't wait for this. Now, first off, this cover fills me with anxiety. I hate snakes so much. I struggle looking at it, but I believe this is a fantasy. Very excited about reading it, and obviously Cindy Pon, who I absolutely adore, has blurbed the back saying, dark, lush and intense, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns draws you into a world filled with mystery, intrigue, led by a heroine determined to grasp her destiny. A stunning debut. Can't wait for this. Really can't. Snake is putting me off though, but I can't wait to read this. The last one I got, which Stevie from Gallant's hooked me up with, was The Last Namasara by Kristen Cicerelli. I'm bad at names. Sometimes I can't even say my own. But this is about dragons. Once there was a girl who was drawn to wicked things. Asha is a dragon slayer. That's all I need to know. And this is just the proof cover, but the actual finished edition is stunning in the UK. They bossed out on that cover, and I saw it and I was like, I have to get a copy, and Stevie hooked me up. So thank you, Stevie. I can't wait to read this fantasy book. Bring it on. Bring it on. Another one that I was absolutely obsessed with, which Lucy, again from HarperCollins, hooked me up with. Step into the city of enchantment, desire and magic, City of Brass. I cannot wait for this book. This is the proof and it's absolutely massive. It's fantasy. I just can't wait for this world. I really am excited about reading this. I mean, among the swirling sands of the desert and behind gilded brass walls lies an enchanted city of golden domes, jade roofs and marble palaces. A place where magic pours down every street, hanging in the air like dust. I'm so ready for this. You don't understand. As soon as I saw it and saw the size, I was like, I need to read this. And I'll mostly be reading this very soon. So stay tuned to my TBR because it may be in it. Next, I have A Dark Shade of Magic. This wasn't one I brought, but I met the wonderful V.E. Schwab, who I absolutely adore, who kindly signed it for me, and I met her and I had a picture with her, and she's just lovely. I really like her. So yes, I thought I'd have this in, although I've had this book for ages. It was in the pile. I mean, I forgot to bring it out, but don't have a go at me. But yes, in my book haul. Next, another one that the amazing Fairy Loot sorted me out with is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody, which is a new book that has just come out, which I believe is like carnival kind of stuff, dark and mysterious. I'm just glad to have a copy. I've wanted this book since I've seen it at the end of last last year being talked about, and I now have it in my hands. So it's recently come out. I don't know too much about it, but I love the cover. I love the UK cover too, actually, but I think I've got a bit more of a preference for this one, and I'm just so thankful that Anissa had a spare copy to give me. Welcome to the Festival of Burning Desires. Bring it on, really. I mean, I love burning things. Next, I was actually sent a proof. They were all the ones I got from Yalc, and next I was sent Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, otherwise known as Queen Bardugo. Guys, you should know. And this, of course, is about Diana, who is one of the Amazons born from clay, the only Amazon born from clay and sculpted from the earth. And she is set out on a quest to stop a Warbringer. I don't want to say too much, but that is all I'm going to say. It is different from the movie, although premise is similar, but very, very different. And I'm loving it because, I mean, I'm sorry, Wonder Woman is actually one of my favourite superheroes now, especially from the DC world. She is my favourite superhero from the DC world. Yeah, she is. Oh, Aquaman and her, they're like on par, but I need to see the Aquaman film to like really justify my thoughts on that. But yes, reading this, loving it so far, page 109, bring it on, I'm going to finish it this week. I lied, I found 2 more books from Yalc underneath this pile. The first one being Queen by Josephine Boyce, which is a fantasy book, which the author actually designed the cover art and the amazing 8 little pages did the font. I'm very excited for this. Her realm is crumbling under corruption. To save her people, she'll do whatever it takes. They call her the Dark Queen. I get Queen of the Tearling vibes. I don't know why. I can't wait to read it. I think it's a nice small book. It really won't take me long to read. It's like a short story, I'm guessing, and I'm going to read this very soon, most probably this in August, just to get it through and done. And yeah, Queen by Josephine Boyce, bring it on. And thank you so much for gifting this to me. You're so lovely, Josephine, if you're watching. It was so nice meeting you. And then the last proof was There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. I've never read a Stephanie Perkins book, but this is her upcoming horror, so I'm ready for it, especially because I love horror thanks to S.E. Green with her Ultimate Sacrifice. So bring this to me. Let me read this book. I'm getting excited for it. I want it now, and I got it. So thank you very much, Lauren from Fiction Tea, I believe, on Instagram, for giving me this. She had 2 copies and she kindly gave this to me, so thank you so much. And the last book, and by no means least, is one that I'm so excited for, Swept Away by S. Macpherson, the 3rd and final book in her series. I'm just so not ready for this to be over with. I love this urban fantasy series, which has kind of turned more into like a fantasy. It's Red Queen meets Freaky Friday, so if you like the sound of that. 2 worlds colliding. I just don't want to say much about it without spoiling it, but just know that I really need to read this book. I need to stop filming and I need to read this book. I am so excited. It comes out on the 1st of August as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. So there you have it. There is my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what books you got this month, and if you're going to attend Yalc next year. I'm hoping Of Tones will have a table, so definitely stay tuned for information on that, and I'll be giving definitely updates when that happens, but we will definitely be there next year the whole weekend with a table. I'm gonna make it happen. Oh, and apart from that, I'll see you all again for another video very soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and hit the like button and comment down below, and I'll see you again. Bye!